Greetings, I'm Abdul and Chowdhary. I'm a Senior Program Officer at the South Center, an intergovernmental think tank of developing countries based in Geneva.
I am Sébastien Babou, DIASSO, a research consultant at the South Center.
And we both work at the South Center Tax Initiative, which is the South Center's flagship project on international tax cooperation. In our paper, we look at the critical issue of what are the policy options available for taxing these big tech companies to the developing countries. And we look at this specifically because if developing countries have to achieve the sustainable development goals, then they would need a lot of revenue, and taxation is a primary source of revenue for all countries, but especially developing countries.
And we have seen that the more the activities of big tech are growing, the more these big tech are able to find ways and means to escape to their tax liabilities. And also the COVID-19 pandemic has shown that even in time of crisis, the big tech are able to make huge profits, excess profits that are not related on performance or investments. Also, since the consumers are the raison d'etre of the profit of big tech, market jurisdictions, mostly developing countries where these consumers are located, must receive larger share of taxable profits.
To achieve this objective, the OECD came out with a two-pillar solution for the taxation of the digitalized economy and to allocate a larger share of taxable profits of these big tech and other multinationals to the developing countries. But in our paper, we analyze the two-pillar solution in detail and we show why it is quite inadequate for developing countries. And this is an issue of concern because at present, after economies are recovering from COVID and going forward when the global economic outlook is quite bleak, the revenue requirements of developing countries are going to drastically increase. So with that objective, we have also outlined what are the practical policy options for developing countries, alternative options, starting with Article 12B of the United Nations Model Tax Convention, which provides a simple method for taxing income from automated digital services.
One other option that could be used is the taxation of excess profits. Since then, these excess profits are not based on performance or any investment on research and development. So this profit could be taxed without causing any major problem to the big tech. And finally, we can also use fractional apportionment method. So to tax the activities of the big tech, taking into account the sales, the profit, the assets, and the payroll in jurisdictions.
So with this, we have tried to provide an outline of what is the landscape when it comes to the taxation of these big tech companies so they pay their fair share of taxes and provide developing countries with the rightful revenue which they need to achieve the sustainable development goals. We hope you find the paper interesting. Thank you.